So how do you get free products to review on your YouTube channel? In this video, I'm gonna share 7 of my top tips coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Think Media TV, helping you go further, faster in media. And on this channel, we do tech gear reviews, video gear reviews, but also strategy videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And hey, at any point during this video, check out links and show notes in the description below. I'll put a summary of this episode as well as the resources that I talk about as well. Let's get into the video. So one of the super cool things about building your influence on YouTube is that you can get free products to review on your channel. And this is powerful because sometimes those product reviews don't just get you free stuff, and there is not just the ways to monetize those product reviews, but also they can build your brand. Because if you pick a good product, it can attract, an audience that would be interested in your channel. They don't know you yet, but they are looking for products, so they end up finding you. So product reviews are very powerful, but how do you get free stuff to review on your channel? Well, my first really big tip is, I think, the most important thing, and that is to really pick a niche for your channel. I found that even if you're just starting out or you have a smaller YouTube channel, if you have a focused niche, then you can get free stuff really well. If, on the other hand, if your channel is really general, it's sometimes a lot harder. For example, one of the members of our course, Video Ranking Academy, his name's Jabin, and he has a barbecue channel. So it's everything barbecue, how to barbecue meat, ribs, chicken, barbecue accessories, all those types of things. And when his channel was only a few hundred subscribers, he was already getting free accessories from companies. He got a free meat sponsor. He got a bunch of cool stuff as far as barbecue accessories, spices, rubs, all those types of things. Why? Because his channel had such a focused niche, right? So one of the most powerful tips I can give when you're trying to get, products is actually to start with your branding and to try to really, pick one area. That way companies, at a snapshot, within 5 seconds can say, okay, I get what this channel is all about, and I can see that this would be good alignment for us to work with this person. Tip number 2 is to then start researching companies. So where do you find companies to work with? So a couple things that I like to do is first go to Google, right? Just block some time and do some research on Google. Another way is hashtags. Hashtags on Instagram, hashtags on Twitter. It could be a good way to see who is in different spaces, finding companies to work with. And one of the big tips here is that no matter how big your channel is, whether you're just starting out a few hundred subscribers, or even if you have 100,000 or more, typically companies like Microsoft, Apple, huge companies, those usually aren't the companies that work with YouTubers as often, right? It's usually gonna be like those B or C level companies that are gonna be more open to working with you. So that's kind of just a caveat. And so doing the research, and another huge tip here is you actually could look at other YouTube channels that are similar size to you and look at what videos they're potentially doing that are product reviews or sponsored videos or brand deals. What that'll tell you is that those companies are open to working with a YouTuber that has 500 subscribers, 700 subscribers. Makes sense? So when you see the people you're following in your space, if they're getting brand deals at that size and you're a similar size or maybe a little bigger, you could probably jump into that same conversation if that was a product that you are interested in. Tip number 3 is then to create your list of ideal companies you would want to get free stuff from. And so in this case, I like to do Google Docs, and on there you want to put their website, put their Twitter handle. That's a great place to reach out. We'll talk about that in a bit. And also, if you can figure out who the contacts are from that company, like who's their director of marketing or who's their social media manager. And one hack that I like here is I've done this successfully from start to finish. Is actually go to LinkedIn and I type in the company name, and then you can see who works at that company, right? And it will say their job role and their job position. So that way I figured out who the social media marketing director of one particular company that I worked with. And then I found them on Twitter, and that's where I started the conversation. And so that's why you want to get all of this data. This is the data that you're going to use to reach out to different companies to start the conversation to get free stuff. So at this point, you've clarified the branding on your YouTube channel, you've began researching companies and creating your list, but tip number 4 is to actually make sure that you already have some product review videos done or some videos reviewing products or creatively showing off products done before you reach out to the company. And the way to get started with this is to just, spend the money. Review something that's around your house. Review, if you're in the beauty space, to review some beauty products, even if you just buy them from the store. This is huge because what you want to do when you give that first impression is show that you actually already have a history of videos that they can reference, a body of work, a little bit of a portfolio. You maybe only want, maybe 1 to 4 examples. But it's good to get those on your channel so you have momentum, even if you're just starting out. You're probably not gonna get any yeses if you send a link to your YouTube channel, but can't show that you have a body of work and some examples that they could expect, you reviewing their product to look like. So make sure to upload 1 to 4 product reviews ahead of time before you reach out. So now tip number 5 is to actually email the company. So if you go back to your list, you figured out what their email is, and sometimes the email is better if it's maybe their press email, it's maybe their marketing email, or maybe it's just their general email, and you can reach out to them. And so you want to put together an email, that's professional, that's mentioning that you have a YouTube channel, mentioning that you do, review products, ask them if they ever work with YouTubers, before, give a couple links to your work. And here's the big thing. Always be focused on what is the win for them, You never would want to start an email and say, hey, I really love getting free stuff and will you send me some free stuff? More like I love to, promote products that will add value to my audience. I'm super passionate about this arena and I would love to spread the word about your product. Always just take your whole kind of thinking and have it be around the win for them. What's in it for them? Try to put yourself in the shoes of the person receiving the email that would say, man, this is a cool person. It sounds like I'd want to work for them, and that they're passionate about our success. They're passionate about getting the word out about our product. So the next thing is to email them. And then number 6 is to follow up with social media. And so my favorite platform for this is Twitter. And I found that most brands and most companies are on Twitter. So typically, after I've sent off the email, I tweet their account and say sometimes I start the conversation there and I just ask, hey, do you ever work with tech YouTubers? That's my niche. So insert your niche. Do you ever work with beauty YouTubers or beauty influencers? Or do you ever work with barbecue YouTube channels, right? And insert that and then share a link to your channel. But the other thing that I'll do is with Twitter is I'll say, hey, I just sent you an email about possibly collaborating on a project. Just wanted to give you a heads up, no rush. And that tweet is just another signal, because you got to remember, just because they don't necessarily even respond is maybe because they didn't see it, right? A lot of times companies, people, they're so busy. And so I found out that following up in multiple ways on multiple channels could be a great way of getting the attention of a brand. And it's probably important to add a caveat there that, again, persistence is powerful. The reason you have that list is because maybe you want to go through the list once and maybe you feel discouraged. You're like, nobody really replied. Leave a break, add some new things to the list, create more videos, and then go back to the same list and reach out again. Persistence is powerful. So just because somebody was silent one time doesn't mean that they won't potentially work with you and send you some cool stuff to review. Just, have kind of a rhythm. I like to maybe once a quarter go back through the list and reach out, ping the people that I'm interested in working with. And I've seen that then maybe a quarter later, half a year later, that then something ends up happening. So don't get discouraged, keep persistent, and you'll get great results. And tip number 7 is once they reply back and send you some free stuff is make the video. And then after you've put out the content, always follow up with an email saying, here's a link, because sometimes they just might not see it, right? And even if you post on social, they might not be aware. So follow up and also ask them if they would want to potentially work with you again. And a lot of things that you can do, especially if you're just starting out, is maybe you have to put extra hustle in up front, but once you've proven yourself, you can kind of like level up, right? So they might say, man, that was a great video. We want to give you like this more expensive thing, or like take things to the next level. So once it's done, let them know about it. And then one extra power tip that I found to be really cool for starting conversations to get free stuff for your YouTube channel to review is to go to live events. So whatever event, I mean, whether it's a wedding convention, a tech convention, a beauty, like it seems like every niche, fitness, every niche has conventions, right? And so when you get face to face with people, that can be some of the best ways to start conversations with brands and companies in person that you can then take online, and you can get hands-on with the products there, and then eventually they might say, sure, we'll send these to you, we'll comp these to you if you do a review video. So that's one thing to also look into for getting free stuff to review on your YouTube channel. Question of the day. What is the focus and niche of your YouTube channel? Remember, that's like the most important thing. So post exactly what your YouTube channel is about in the comment section. So hey, I hope that these tips were helpful. And if you're interested in going a little bit deeper, I just put together an exclusive video training. You can get it at createawesomereviews.com. And it actually breaks down a case study and some tips of how I was able to build a side, part-time, and eventually a full-time income, getting free products and doing product reviews on YouTube. So I'll link that up in the description below, as well as on the YouTube card. So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this, and share this video with maybe somebody who's trying to build their influence and their income on YouTube and wants to get free stuff and do brand deals and sponsorships and things like that. Definitely check out that training at createawesomereviews.com. And until next time, Think Media TV is helping you go further, faster in media. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon. Hi, we're going? Okay. Oh yeah, that was a bad idea.